Yeah. When it's your turn, we can let you present. Nisha will let us know.
Okay. Because I'm just juggling with why you can't. I've tried to adjust my screen. Open my video, but it's still not connecting. But I'm glad at least you guys can hear me.
So we are live now.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Jacqueline, and I'm from Nigeria, of course, you know, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity by Thousands Faces for giving me this wonderful space to share. A little bit about myself. I'm a media relations and communications strategist, a writer, gender equality advocate, and a radio presenter as well. And I'm so happy to be here. Not forgetting that I am the founder of She That Leads Humanitarian Outreach. And under this outreach, you have the She That Leads Tech Women, which I'm presenting today, and the She That Leads STEM Education. These two programs are under the umbrella of She That Leads Humanitarian Outreach Nigeria. So I will go straight to my page. Okay, let me see if I can. Can you see my slides now?
No, not yet.
Yeah. This is crazy. I really don't know, honestly. I don't know what's happening. It looks like this whole thing's gonna be audio. Please, I'm so sorry about this. So you can't
Hello,
even
everyone.
see me.
If you want to, while you get your slides ready, Nisha, is it possible for you to share your screen? Because mine is not wanting to present. I can present everyone. Like this, we get everyone. And then while we figure this how to share your slides, we can start the presentation. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the fourth pitching session for the Female Founders Program. We have amazing founders today with very exciting projects. So far, we've had 3 sessions last week with 4 founders, 6 founders on Tuesday, and yesterday we had again we have another pitching session. So this is the 4th one, and today we will be presenting Jacqueline Iwu from She That Leads, Bianca Jackson from Brick Rose Exchange, Rike Exner from Zena, Clarice Metzger from The Yard, Sandra Ponce de Leon from Blue Heart Economy, Anais Radomik Galvin from Wonder Woman of Web3, and Oyinasola Adebayo Niyo Group. So very exciting to hear all these projects. I can go to the next slide. Just for the timeline, last week we had the first 2 sessions. This week we have 2 sessions. This is the second one this week. And next week we have the final 3 sessions, with the last one being on Saturday. And voting closes on Sunday at noon. So how voting is working, you have a form, it's open to public, and you can share it with the community, and each person can can give up to 3 votes to 3 different projects. You have, if you want to support only one project, you just answer for the first vote. Otherwise, if you like different projects, you can vote up to 3 different projects. And there's for the acceleration program, there's 25 projects that will get selected by the jury, and 5 projects will get selected by the community. So this is what the voting is for. And here is a QR code for the voting form. So we will leave it on the screen for a while for people to take a screenshot if they want. And if you go in, it gives you directly access to the form. The vote is open from now. It has been open since last week, and it will close on Saturday. And since you have access, maybe you're here to support a specific project, but you want to learn about other projects. And even you female founders, if you want to connect with other female founders, find out more specific details about their project, here's a QR code. We created a website where you can access to each one of the projects with a female founder and a brief description of the project. So we leave the QR code live like this. You can maybe take a screenshot, and you can also have access to this with via our website, the Thousand Faces website. You can have access to this. So it's a really nice way that you can see different projects, because we have a lot of really, really amazing founders and projects. So very happy to share that with everyone. Without further ado,
Is that me or is Marlene?
I think it's Marlene.
Same for me.
Okay, so until Marlene should join us, maybe Jacqueline, is your presentation ready?
Jacqueline. Maybe we can stop presenting and let Jacqueline. You're on mute, Jacqueline.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. I've tried to, I'm so sorry, I really have to apologize. I've tried to adjust my video setting. It's still not connecting. I really don't know why. So I just want to apologize. Can I have permission to talk, present on audio?
No problem, absolutely.
Can I do that? Maybe later I could just do something else. I can miss this. Okay, I've already introduced myself. I am the founder of She That Leads Humanitarian Outreach here in Nigeria. I will take the first department of what we do at She That Leads, which has to do with training non-tech women who are anxious and really, really wants to get into technology to learn. With my media job and experience, I meet a lot of people, women in tech and others as well. But because of my women gender equality advocacy, I meet a lot of women in tech, and every time it's all about they are doing this webinar, they are doing this workshop, they are doing this seminar global. Most of them have also volunteered as a social media as in social media to help them. But at the end of the day, it occurs to me that we have all these women in tech. Now they are talking about, they understand themselves. And it's like, how about the people that are doing all this beautiful work, coding, whatever, call it. Where are they? How did they benefit from this? And you discover that most times when there is competition or when there is events, it revolves around only the women who are into tech. They just do everything among themselves. And meanwhile, you are doing something that can benefit the entire population, the entire world. Okay, let's assume you chose the women folks, But how do these women get to benefit from what you're doing? They are being shut out. So I decided to set up this particular outreach so that these women in tech, women who don't understand what technology is all about.
Hello?
Those of you in tech. Hello. You can still hear me, right?
We can hear you well, yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, and I decide to say, okay, why are the women, there's so many beautiful things these women in technology are doing, are producing, but the people they are doing it for, they are not there. How do they benefit from this? So I just took one step. There was a women in technology Facebook group I belong to. I just threw up a question. I said, I was actually looking for trainers. I said, let me gather some technology trainers, those of them who are really in the skills, so that they can come with me and organize on how we can reach out to these non-tech women itching to get into tech, because believe me, it's so confusing. Most of them don't even know which one to go. They don't even know the benefit of Scrum, Tableau, data, whatever. They don't know. So when I made that post, I was looking for trainers, but believe me, within 30 minutes, I got up to 400 responses from non-women, non-tech women. Some of them were saying, oh, it's like I was awake because of this post. They were so grateful that somebody could identify them, identify their need. Meanwhile, I was looking for trainers to collaborate with so that I can now reach out to the non-tech women. So I just didn't want that post to just go like one of the social media, irrelevant posts. Okay, she just made a post and that's it. So immediately I set up a group for these women. The rush was unbelievable from the non-tech women. All of them, this one wants to learn either Scrum, cybersecurity, US, Python, name it. And they were all there. And ladies, the most intricate aspect of this is that this particular group is, if you're there, you might think that it's all about tech experts. But there are a lot of non-tech women inside that group looking for a way to get into the technology section. So I decided to create that forum, get them together so that I can now get help for them. And as I'm speaking with you, that post I made where I got them was on the 6th of November, 2022. Right now, as we're speaking, we have about 129 non-tech women in that group registered for one type of presentation, one type of skill they want to learn. Some of them, they want to learn because they want to upgrade their job skills so that they can earn better. Most single mothers, singles, and some of them students. And the others are really interested to get into technology, to see how they can use it to better their lives so that they can also help other women around them. So that's how the She That Leads Tech Women came about. We started, and immediately I did not relent because I never knew that I was going to get so much women on ground, from that. So I kicked off getting trainers, seeking for trainers, volunteer trainers for them, because there was no fund on ground to even pay trainers to come and train them. So we were able to get some trainers. I'm sorry I couldn't share my screen, or else you would have seen where the slides. I'm so sorry about this.
Jackie, you're getting close to 5 minutes.
Okay, so we were able to get some trainers for them, and we kicked off. We rounded up of the 129 women. We were able to train some of them, but right now we still need more trainers to get these women kicking. And the most important aspect of this is that I am from Nigeria. Most of the women that registered in my group, 98% of them are based in the United States. So you can imagine that if some of them over there in a developed country like United States are in need of tech skills, then you can imagine what it's like here in Africa where I'm based. So before I round up, let me just talk a little bit about myself.
Time is up.
It's time's up. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're happy to hear about your project. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is so important what you're doing. Not just because someone is not a tech expert, that doesn't mean they cannot have opportunities. So beautiful work that you're doing, Jackie. Thank you so much. Don't worry about your video, and your presentation was great. Okay, next up is Bianca. Are you ready, Bianca? She will present a Brick Rose Exchange. And she will also tell us a bit about an activator for artists and creative also.
All right. Present.
Oh my God, it's not our day.
Okay. Am I on? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Bianca Jackson. I am the founder of Brick Roads Exchange, where we bring people together one event at a time. So we opened actually 8 months before. Jackie, can you mute yourself? So we opened 8 months before the pandemic. And so let me minimize that. In Baltimore City. So if you have never heard of Baltimore City, but you have seen HBO's The Wire, where Michael B. Jordan made his debut, we are that city. The city itself lost about $30 million in event revenue due to the pandemic, and it was devastating for a couple of different reasons. One, the city is 60% Black. One of the few places in the United States where that actually is the case. Black as in Black American, Black people from the diaspora, so the Caribbean, South America, and Africa. In the population of the United States, we represent only about 13%. So you can see how this was so devastating. The city itself has a large population of artists who work in event-related industries like hospitality. So this was devastating not only to the city, but also to the workforce and also to the artists that were there. And so we decided to do something different. We lost about a third of our bookings in our space. So we decided to turn our commercial space into a scalable experience, an experience lab in Tech Hub to bring Metaverse and Web3 infused events to life by upskilling Black artists and creatives. Now, this solution helps distressed cities around the US with workforce development as well as economic development. We're really proud of what we've been able to do so far. Our classes have been held virtually, but we want to bring everybody in-house into our physical space for them to interact with some of the equipment, as well as work with actual instructors hands-on. So for those of you who may not know about the virtual event market, kind of like with the overlay of the metaverse, in the US, it's a pretty big market. We've decided to really focus on media and entertainment because most people, when it comes to the metaverse, they want to just explore first before they dive all the way in. And so when you think about music concerts or even podcasts, these are the types of events that people are really interested in. So we decided to really focus there. So our business model is this, in beta, because we did our pivot December 21st of really going into hosting events in the metaverse, we've already done or surpassed $100,000 in USD with no VC funding. Our model contains education and training, which has morphed itself into a workforce development program. We hold our own metaverse events and experience to just kind of introduce people to what it's like to be there. And we also build custom worlds. Our ethos is basically, we are impact driven, we have an innovative core, and I like to use this term of inclusive futurism, where we think about opportunities to include people now and in the future of our work. And so that's our business model. Our team is this. It's just us right now, 3 of us. And so I'm really excited. We're filled with creative technologists, artists, and event pros. I myself actually led a Pulitzer Prize winning VR project for one of the corporations that I used to work for. And so I've been in the VR space since 2016. Our team already has been in some pretty prestigious fellowships, including like AWS's Starting Block and Seed Spot, which are impact-driven fellowships that are kind of global. And so I'm really excited about what is to come next. I want to bring on more women, as you can imagine, because I'm kind of outnumbered at this point. We did bring on an artist that occasionally helps us out with metaverse interior design. She came through one of the workforce development programs, and I just want to continue to scale this program. Already in the time that we've been open, we've been doing a lot of work. We've been recognized locally, nationally, and globally. We've been funded by American Express, Comcast, BGE, which is an energy company here in the United States. And we've gotten a lot of press and been on all these different junctions for our social impact work as well as our innovation. And so I'm just really excited about what's next. And so with the project itself is really helping artists and creatives in immerse themselves in this technology, as well as upgrading our space to really be able to give them the hands-on training and assistance that they need. We've already secured the artist. We have the instructional designer. We just want to be able to use your resources, all the mentors in the group to really blow this thing out the water, and so that we can put this scalable model together to not only improve Baltimore, but other distressed cities in the United States. And I'm done.
Thank you so much. Perfect
Welcome.
timing. It's beautiful what you're doing.
Thank you.
Next up, we have a Clarice Metzger, and she will be presenting The Yard, which is also all these three projects link well together. It's all about community membership but in an inclusive way. So I'm very excited to hear about this project. I'll pass the mic on to you, and we can start counting when you start your presentation. We can see your presentation. Perfect. So
perfect. Hello, everyone. My name is Clarice Metzger. I am the founder of The Yard, and I'm going to quickly walk you through a problem that we actually all know about. So London is an incredibly diverse city, yet there is a lack of representation across various sectors. Now, instead of diving deeper into the very bleak statistics, I'm actually going to dive into the why behind those stats. So the Yard team has narrowed it down to these three areas based on primary and secondary research that we've conducted. Firstly, there is a lack of forward-thinking community amongst young, diverse change makers in London. Secondly, a lack of awareness of relevant opportunities. And lastly, a lack of easy access to skill building and development. And that is where The Yard comes in. The Yard is a community-led members club centering diverse change makers. And we are curating an intentional space to address each one of the areas I just mentioned. So through The Yard, these young, diverse founders, professionals, and creatives can advance in their respective spaces. So our three focus areas are people, purpose, and play. And that will provide these young people with the community, with the awareness of opportunities, and with the tangible access to skill development that I previously mentioned. So we're looking to create a physical members club enabled by and supported by digital capabilities and a technological infrastructure in order to create this intentional space and equip our members with the tools needed to thrive and to flourish, and ultimately to help alter the numbers and the lack of diversity in various sectors. So if anyone is wondering why on earth is a members club the way to do this, a quick trip down memory lane is actually going to provide a piece of that answer. So when we look at the history of members clubs, specifically in London, some of the earliest ones were for men only, and they ultimately served the purpose of enabling these men to advance in their sectors professionally. And now if we fast forward to today, nearly all of the current offerings are still tone deaf. They lack real representation either within their membership base or within their leadership. And then that leads us to headlines like these and tweets like these about staff not feeling represented or seen or heard in their spaces, and girl bosses girl bossing too close to the sun, focusing on a specific type of woman. And in a $6.9 billion industry that is continuing to grow, we see this as an opportunity. And why is that? It's because we actually care about doing things differently. And that comes to life through the fact that we're catering to younger, early/mid-career and diverse individuals. We'll be focusing on curating tailored upskilling opportunities dictated for and by the community to make sure we're actually addressing the needs of our community. And then lastly, our team is actually representative of our members. So we get it because we're also living this on a daily basis. In terms of who are our target members and how do they become part of The Yard, first and foremost, they're people who are creating change in their respective spaces, and they're building and breaking things and ultimately united by that drive to create change, which is our main membership criteria. And then two super quick personas just to provide a bit more color. And these are actually based off of some people that we've already spoken to who are interested in The Yard. On the left-hand side, we have Isabella, who is a 26-year-old investment analyst who wants to make investing a more accessible space. But unfortunately, she finds herself as often the only woman or Latin person in the room. She doesn't have any role models in her network to connect with or talk to, and ultimately is seeking a community of forward-thinking individuals. On the right-hand side, we have Zico, who is a film producer looking to tell untold stories from an inclusive lens, but he doesn't know where to find quote unquote non-creative people to bring certain ideas to life and is looking for an intentional space to work from that's outside of his apartment. So we would be able to provide both of these individuals with unique needs, the resources that they're looking for in order to thrive in their respective spaces. We also understand that we're not the first ones to create a members club for a niche audience, but unlike our competitors, we're centering and truly prioritizing diversity as it relates to race, ethnicity, sexuality, socioeconomic status, education, et cetera. And we're also looking to come in at a lower price point than other existing clubs. And in regards to what we've been up to, last year we hosted 5 events as I was finishing my MBA, just to begin to test the concept, provide people with a taste of the yard. And we've been able to build a 600+ newsletter waitlist already, and have also won £6,000 in grant funding for some of the events that we've been doing. And now as we look to this year, we want to gain a deeper understanding of the unique needs of our members, continue to curate relevant experiences, and that leads us to the launch of our first location in London in 2024, with plans to expand internationally after that. So just to quickly wrap this up, we would love to be part of this program because we're aware that we're still in the idea phase and have begun to get some interest and want to continue to accelerate that. So we'd benefit from the modules on refining our business model, projections, tailored support on our impact strategies to make sure we're making the difference we want, and to be part of a global family. And I'll just leave you with this. London's members clubs are notoriously inaccessible, pretentious, and homogeneous. So let's create one that is not. Thank you so much.
Beautifully said. Beautiful project. I love the name and the whole concept. So congratulations. You are just on time. Next up, we have Rike there. She will be presenting Zena. And this is about Web3 education, interactive learning, for young people, and a lot of gamified. So I'm really excited to hear what you have to say. Your presentation's up, so we will be counting when you start presenting. Good luck.
Awesome, thank you. Hey everyone, and thanks for having me. Thanks, Thousand Faces, for the opportunity to tell you about Zena. My name is Rike, and I'm the tech lead of Zena, speaking on behalf of my other wonderful colleagues about our project today. Zena is a Web3 educational mobile-first platform that enables users to combine interactive learning with climate action. And yeah, at first I want to share a great accomplishment with you. We just took part in Celo's Refi hackathon. Celo is a great blockchain ecosystem, environmentally friendly and carbon neutral. And with our MVP, we won in various categories, which proved that, yeah, there's some potential in our idea. And we were encouraged to take our project further and accelerate it to the next level. So what are the problems we're facing and the problems Zena wants to solve? As some of us in our team do have school children in our families, and we have an educational specialist in our team as well, we experience difficulties in today's school and university systems. It often lacks interactive parts and up-to-date incentives for youths or even adults to take courses and learn about things outside their bubble. Of course, there are educational apps that include some kind of gamification, but there's nothing that connects to the second problem we face, and that's climate crisis, right? Our planet is facing massive climate change, and there is need for immediate action, and there are a lot of people who would love to act, especially the younger ones, and that's the basis where Zena steps in. We are building a mobile-first learning platform where educators can upload content to, with a focus on youths and young adults, educational resources. Our users will sign up, start their preferred learning modules, possibly supported by a teacher or lecturer. And what's really pushing engagement is that by completing learning chapters and quests, they can actively earn carbon-backed tokens and can turn these into a nice certificate NFT that retires carbon. So by learning, they indirectly support reforestation, biodiversity, local communities, and many more sustainability projects. So maybe you're asking now, what tokenized carbon? Where do these come from? This has been made possible by the Web3 ReFi, regenerative finance movement, which provides a blockchain architecture to issue tokenized carbon credits from verified sources to make those tokens traceable and immutable. And that's what Zena builds upon. Who is we? Who is our team? We are a team of 5 women based in Berlin and Barcelona with very diverse backgrounds in computer science, education, social science, UX, and we want to get this moving. So this is a photo of us from ETH Berlin Hackathon in September. It's Grit, Justina, me, Rike, Astrid, and Miriam. Some words about the market we're moving in. So we tackle mainly 2 very promising markets with our project, and these are e-learning or mobile platform-based learning, which has been growing and is being pushed by digitalization all over the world right now, and will especially be relevant for the younger generation, so Gen Z and Gen A. And we step into ReFi, a sector within the Web3 blockchain space, and some say 2023 will be the year of ReFi space, so we are super excited about that as well. How do we plan to get our business moving? We would like to connect to publishers, professional creators in the educational field to provide us with their educational programs, but also non-educational companies can make use of Zena Academy architecture by sponsoring us and shrink their carbon footprint by doing so. And on a smaller range, users of our app can also donate to Zena to retire even more carbon. So, as I said, we are really very early on pre-seed stage. We're currently building in our free time, but we want to heavily professionalize our road in the next month as outlined here. There's still a lot to do in terms of engineering, marketing, legal matters, until we can deploy our first early access alpha app version. Yeah, and that's why we're here at 1,000 Faces. So thanks for your awesome work in your community. And of course, reach out to us whenever you have any questions. And thank you again.
Thank you. Time's up. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have her info there, so you can reach out to her. We will be sharing everyone's the information also on social media. So happy to connect you all together. Okay, we pass on to the next presentation. Can you stop sharing your screen, Rike? Like this? Okay, the next presenter is Angelina from R&D Land. Is she here? I think she's not here, actually. Yeah, okay. She's not here. So we move on to the next speaker. It's I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Oyinkasola.
I knew directly that it was me. No problem. That was actually not too bad, but you can call me Oyin, by the way.
Oyin, okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. You want to have a presentation, or
Yeah.
you will be talking? Great.
I have
You
a
can share your presentation. She will be presenting Neil.
Okay, perfect. Can everybody see my screen?
We can see your screen, yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so
So we can start counting. Good luck.
thank you. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Lovely to be with so many awesome women. My name is Oyin Adebayo, and I am the founder of Neo Group. I'm just going to quickly play a video before I go into my presentation. We are Neo. We empower, we build, and we make sure that women are at the center of high impact industries. We are forging a way for Black women to experience and learn new skills that will bring them economic empowerment. We're
that they can be producers in high impact industries.
So
We are
So thank you so much, everybody. So my name is Oyin Adebayo. As I mentioned, I'm the CEO and founder of a group of brands called Neo Group. Neo Group essentially exists, as the video mentioned, to economically empower Black women to be producers of high impact ecosystems. So we do that through upskilling them through some of our tech boot camps. So we're running tech boot camps since 2020, and we've upskilled over 600 women since 2020, and a lot of them have then become software engineers, hair and beauty accredited stylists, and the likes. But we don't just upskill, but we essentially allow them to be able to get into high impact industries, with the tech industry being one, the hair and beauty industry being one, and the fashion industry being one. Some of the people that we upskill don't end up going to our partner companies, but they end up wanting to come back to work with us. And so I'm going to be presenting to you specifically one of our brands, NeoDAP. So NeoDAP is a platform that essentially is a social and commerce platform that allows users to shop their favorite products and get NFTs in return. So essentially they get to see product, like it, buy it, get the raw product, and then redeem NFTs from it. The reason why we decided to create NeoDAP was from a problem that we kept seeing in the industry. Being very engaged in the hair and beauty industry over the last 10 years, I really saw that content creators were tired of the battle of algorithms when I kept speaking to them. I really saw that brands wanted to see return of investment for their investment in the influencer market. And I also saw that users had kind of lost trust in brands and creators, over time. Now, all of these three things still don't understand how NFTs can help them go beyond just a JPEG and see how they can actually tap into the NFT opportunity. And so we believe that it's really time for the 3.8 trillion creator economy to tap into the NFT opportunity. And so our mission is to break the barriers between users, creators, and brands. And we want to economically empower through creating stronger partnerships between these three stakeholders. So how does the NeoDAP work? So essentially you get to see content. You get to try on content through our AR feature. We're currently building that. It's very, very exciting. You get to buy the product. You get to redeem the NFTs. So every time you buy a product, you actually get NFTs, and those NFTs give you access to even more exclusive items from brands. And then you get the raw products shipped to your house. And we're going to be expanding to services later on. So I won't go much into our business model, but our business model is fair, and essentially gives power back to creators and brands. Competitive advantages, so we're trustless, so obviously building a DeFi solution that creates more trust for people, and we want to kind of have this smart supply chain element where we will reduce waste, and essentially allow people to be able to keep their items for longer, and have that fractional NFT element where people can rent their items. There's that kind of strong user experience that we don't necessarily see in the Web3 space today that we're essentially trying to build. And then we have the mobile AR feature as well. Some of our competitors range from like your Instagrams and your Pinterest to your wearables to your eBay and to your Koya. And what makes us different is that we have that fractionalization element. Now, if I share some of our traction with you, we actually presented at the Web Summit. We were one of the alpha cohorts. We've actually gotten like a lot of interest from investors that kind of are part of like Y Combinator. We were at ETH Denver. This was literally this project started at ETH Denver.
I think we can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
No.
Oh
No, we can
Is
hear
that
her.
me or
I can hear you.
everyone have?
We can hear her. Yeah,
Oh,
we can hear
okay.
you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. So yeah, we won some bounties. We have about 6,000 people on our wait list. And we've started conversation with some brands already. So our roadmap, really, we're currently building. I can show you like a really small version of what we've built so far. And it's really, really exciting what we're building, because we're not just building, but we're actually building with Black women involved. And that brings on to my team. So the team at the moment is myself, Lauli, who's our COO. We've got Grace, who's our blockchain developer, just absolutely awesome human being. We've got Sophia, and we've also got 25 other people in the team as well that are working on the bootcamps aspects of things, and also in the DAP. Now, remember I spoke
Coming close to 5 minutes, so you can wrap up.
So
Yeah.
I'm actually at the end. So So remember I said earlier on about we do upskill, and we also have a mobile AR feature, and we have a service element. We actually have started off with doing our first AR powered salon here in Birmingham in the UK. I can share my slides later on, and you can actually see that live. So yeah, if you want to know more, sign up to be an early adopter, dap.neo.co. And the reason why we really want to be part of this is because I really believe in the power of Web3 and the power of women building a Web3 space. So yeah, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing how we can progress. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ayin. Beautiful. We love how Web3 can have so many uses. Very excited, and definitely go support her. And last but not least, we have a project by Sandra Ponce de Leon, Blue Heart Economy. And this is about also Web3, classifying environment and creating a whole economy around it. So Sandra, are you ready to present? We can see your screen. So ready when you are. For now, you're on mute, Sandra. We don't hear you. You're on mute.
Yeah. Okay, hello. You can hear me now?
Okay, you can start. You can start. Go for it.
Okay. I was saying how happy I was to be here with Thousand Faces and to connect with all of these amazing female entrepreneurs. I really feel honored. And I'm here to talk to you about what we're building here in Tulum, which is actually an ecosystem, and it's what we're calling the Blue Heart Economy, which we believe is the next phase of the circular economy, using the magical powers of Web3. Let's see, how do I go down? Ooh. I think I go like this. Oh, there we go. Okay, so more about me. I moved to Tulum in the last 2 years, and I opened up the NFT boutique. I also became a co-founder in a phenomenal group called More Women in Crypto, which is all about onboarding more people from Web 2 into Web 3. And I'm also passionate about two particular passions of mine, which are the ocean and cats. And a few years ago, I decided that, after a long history in Silicon Valley as an entrepreneurial marketer, as a co-founder, as a tech exec, that I really wanted to apply my powers, my superpowers in marketing for the benefit of humanity. And that's when I really became involved in ocean and doing everything I could to help to regenerate the ocean. And it was there that I learned about the blue circular economy, really as an evolution of the circular economy. But, when it's applied to upcycling of discarded fishing nets and, taking found materials from the ocean and turning them into something new. And also, one shift from the blue circular economy, from the circular economy, is really this focus on people and planet over profit, as well as a focus on local economies. The Blue Heart Economy is the evolution of the circular economy when applied to ocean regeneration and accelerated via Web3. Why the heart? The heart, I think that we've all kind of come to understand that Web3 has really unleashed our collective creative forces. We're sharing our passions, our desires for what we want to see in the world. We're all artists, we're all creators. And as an artist, you're expressing really what it is in your heart. And the same is true with entrepreneurship. So Web3 transforms the blue circular economy into the blue heart economy, which is really about creation, creativity, expression, and community. Those are really the fundamentals that have built the Web3 movement. And, we see Web3 as new ways where we can operate in real life and bringing that merger of the IRL and the digital worlds to create new experiences, new vehicles of wealth creation that haven't existed before. So the Blue Heart Economy is really about creating, transforming, and inspiring, creating from what's in our hearts that divine inspiration that's within us, and the transformation of new perspectives that we bring through innovation and through our own self-transformation, as well as inspiring our community. So one of the draws to Tulum is that it's one of the most beautiful places on Earth. It has the world's most important reef after the Great Barrier Reef, and it was a lot of the ecosystem that was formed here. It came as a result of the asteroid that crashed into the Earth 66 million years ago and killed the dinosaurs. As a result, there's all of these magical waters that flow throughout Tulum. It's got the largest underwater cave system in the world, and also this beautiful Caribbean Ocean. But unfortunately, this is also Tulum. It's a place that's really grown too fast for its infrastructure. And as a result, as a result of no solutions for waste, this is what happens. Not only that, we also have trash that washes up from all over the world. Most of it is plastic. One of the truths about plastic and the plastic recycling industry is that it really has been a lie that the plastics industry fed us many years ago. Less than 5% of plastic is actually recycled. There's only 2 types of the 7 types of plastic that can be recycled, and they can only be recycled up to 4 times before they can no longer be recycled. So as a result, all of that plastic either ends up in the ocean or in landfills. Another thing about plastic is that as it degrades, it gives off methane gases, which are 87 times more harmful to the environment than carbon dioxide. I'll get into that. So the Blue Heart economy, this is really the creation of a new circular economy enabled by Web3 with a mission to deplastify the planet through the merging of the digital and IRL worlds and incentivizing new behavior. What you see here is the NFT boutique, and you also see an animal plastic collector. That is part of the pre-transformation of plastic and also part of our education to the community about plastic being a resource, not a waste. Through our partnership with a company called PetGas, which has an innovation that transforms plastic into clean fuels, we are working to really initiate a campaign of IRL plastic mining from the environment. And we do that through NFTs and through Web3.
Sandra, your time is coming close to an end. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So this is the Blue Heart economy, the ecosystem. You can see that we've got lots of different pieces to it. PetGas is a big piece of that, a major partner, as well as More Women in Crypto. And this is the pre-transformation process where we are inviting the community to take part in cleaning Tulum. The idea is that this will also be measured through an MSRI program where we're weighing the plastic and actually being able to measure how much plastic turns into clean fuels through the non-catalytic pyrolysis process that PetGas has innovated. And this is our team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Beautiful project. Like all of you, I want to thank all of you all the female founders who presented today. Your projects are so inspiring, and I'm really happy that we're able to share with the community. People can vote for your project, and I wish you all the best of luck. And thank you all. Have a beautiful day, evening, wherever you're in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you all so much. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Take care.
everyone.
It was so nice to meet you all.
Marlene, I didn't present.
You haven't presented? Ah, sorry.
No.
I'm
Oh
so
my
sorry.
gosh.
That's
Sorry.
okay. I'm happy to present to whoever is here.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
sure.
You want to share your screen? Sorry,
Yeah, I would love to. Okay. So as probably most people, I'm running on a pretty variable Wi-Fi connection. So just wave at me if I'm breaking up or anything.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
well,
today.
what I would have loved to say to everyone, and if anybody's watching this, is that just was so inspiring to hear all of the other projects and the amount of just intention and clarity that's coming through. And I'm really excited to be just to be in this conversation. So today I'm here presenting Wow Wow 3, which we are here to really bring the wonder, the creativity, the power, inspiration that comes with women. And when I say women, I mean the feminine qualities into Web3 or into future leadership to create impact and to create the change that we want to see. Let me just make a quick change here. So I'm standing in front of 1,000 faces, so I don't need to emphasize the problem, but there is absolutely the lack of gender diversity and the feminine voice within the Web3. And as Web3 is really poised to make, to reshape the future, the critical juncture. So the other thing I've noticed is that all of current very masculine perspective and built on masculine principles. So once they serve the masculine, and this isn't a right or wrong thing, this is just facts. What this also means is that our systems are suppression and oppression of minorities, and they have a setup to fail and flourish. And when we step back, what's happening now is the result of the system. And if we don't add diversity, if we don't add feminine into our input, we will most certainly create the same thing, which looks pretty bleak right now. So what does that look like? This statistic of Web3 and where we're at, and there's very minimal amount of women. And it also looks like the gender gap, the lack of visibility, the lack of resources, the barrier to entry, and of COVID. And in addition to the economic challenges, that just increases the mental health. And then it also creates innovation burnout, which you have all these, very excited, high energy entrepreneurs coming, and they to a system that doesn't support them, and they end up, feeling like they've failed when actually it's the system that has failed for them. So can't even show how much wonder we have because we can't even get seen, or further, we're failed to set up. We are set up to fail. But the good news is that we are the architects and the visionaries of these new systems. And we know that nature, creativity, innovation all flourish with balance. And so we need to create a space to grow and nurture these feminine qualities. A place for these individuals to have tools, resources, and education that they can then go out into the world and do the work that we design, bringing this feminine energy, this holistic perspective into the world. The vision for Wow Wow 3 is to nurture, to empower, and connect the feminine and non-binary voices so that we can create impactful projects in Web3 and really our future. This is within a community that provides an oasis of self-care. It provides a space to develop the feminine leadership qualities. It provides a space to engage and grow in vision and purpose with like-minded people. And it also provides a space of where we have access to Web3 tools in the areas of education, finance, and technology, which are really quite critical and right now very vital for future success. So we're helping to grow and nurture so that we can go out into the world resourced and empowered to then partner with other education and finance tech partners who will hold those same values so that we can expand. We hold a very unique space here between the well-being, the finance, and education and tech of Web3. And really what we want to do is to be right in the center where we are the heart, the heart, the soul, the feminine of the Web3 groups, where people know women, non-binary, people know that they can come to this safe haven, feel safe, feel nourished, feel supported, feel empowered. So what does this look like? Or actually, let's talk about who we're going to serve. So we have the Web3 Curious, where we'll provide easy to use steps so that we can give people access to both Web3 and then the personal development tools. There's the Web3 Seasoned that are, they're fairly burned out already. They've really been going at it. And so this is a place to provide support, self-care, and even the reprogram of some of these things. And then finally, the impact visionaries. And we're really wanting to provide these people with the wings. So the empowerment of the personal development and growth, but then also so the resources so that they can really bring that vision into being. The community itself will be a combination of community calls, which we've already launched, and then in-meeting and then virtual calls that will be around mindfulness and experiences. We also want to spotlight different community and impact projects. This is probably the most important to me, being that I'm in the personal development. What I know is that without this time spent on the self, there's so many psychological barriers to what's happening in the world right now. And this time spent on ourselves, where we become aware of the different psychological challenges that we have, and we have the opportunity to bring mindfulness, awareness, and more consciousness into the things we do. This is really the core of everything. And so our initial focus is really going to be on self. My background is that I am part of an area called liberation psychology, where I bring neuroscience, indigenous practice, and the psychedelic insights in a program of where we're able to empower and liberate people so that they can move into Web3. So that's the self, and that's where we'll be starting. And then we also want to create a space, where purpose is one of the big conversations. And so as you start to grow for yourself, you're able to expand into your purpose, being within a group of like-minded individuals who are looking for the future and wanting to collaborate, is where we want to put people. And then finally, we want to provide small things that we can support people and learn a little about Web3. Onboarding opportunities and wallet signups, collaborating with other women-led groups, doing can come and enjoy this oasis, of self. The business model right now is
the time is coming
okay.
up. Yeah, you can keep wrap up.
Okay. So the business model is mostly around membership, and team, myself, Cara, and Karina, that bring this together, and that's WowWow3. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Anais. I apologize again for letting people go, but just to let you know, it's recorded, it's being broadcast, so it will be shown like the rest of the presentation. Thank you for presenting this, for combining world of self-care, personal development, and all the Web3 tools. It's very exciting project. Also bringing in the feminine. It's very, very beautiful. Thank you so much for your presentation, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anais. It was amazing.
Yeah, sorry again.
Thanks. Not a worry. I'm happy to be able to present it to you. So any opportunity is great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I love your earrings. They look like from Latin America.
You know what's fun? Tulum. Sandra left already, but they're from Tulum. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you at some point. Thanks again for the opportunity and everything that you do. So in alignment with so much of my life. So I'm thrilled to see other women out there doing it.
Thank you so much. All the best. And yeah, see you very soon.
Okay. Sounds good. Bye.
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 Bye. Thanks.
Stop the recording. The live.